Hey folks, happy Friday for Friday, May 21st. I got a couple of updates, and then after, I've got a great group of seniors who are part of the musical this weekend that did an interview with me. So hang on after my updates and watch these wonderful seniors. So a couple of things. Our end of year celebration protocols. If for all of our graduations, promotion ceremonies, etc., there's going to be no limits on number of guests, and we're going to ask folks to wear masks at their discretion. So you will not have to. And my expectation is that if you choose to wear a mask, that's your signal to others that you want other folks to social distance from you. And so we'll all respect one another. If you see someone with a mask, make sure to respect their social distance. If case counts go up between now and then, we'll certainly adjust that policy, but that's what I expect to have happen for our end of year events. Also, starting Monday, our elementary students will no longer have to wear masks outside at recess. Each school might have some very discrete examples where that's not the case, but by and large, outdoor masks for recess at elementary students are no longer required. Next, our candidate night for upcoming elections are Tuesday, May 25th via Zoom, 7 to 9 p.m. The link is included in my email message that came along with this video, and a reminder that Election Day is June 8th. From Mount Vernon, we are planning a wonderful field day celebration thanks to help from our PTA. Both remote and in-person learners will have the chance to participate, and Mrs. Knickel will provide a remote option for anyone who isn't able to join on campus. Looking forward to that. At Souhegan, a reminder that graduation is June 4th at 5 p.m. Unlimited attendance for that. AMS is excited to be offering a variety of opportunities to bring our community of learners together as we close the school year. Remote families, please keep an eye out for emails about outlining what those opportunities are for your students to participate. And don't forget to don't forget to register for the Before the Bell program with the YMCA for next year. It's before school care from 7 to 8 a.m. next year, and information can be found on our website. At Clark Wilkins, the information night for incoming kindergarten families is May 26th via Zoom, and the link will be sent out to those who registered their families no later than Monday. Also, Amherst History Celebrations. All third grade students, both remote and in person, will be studying the history of Amherst and will engage on a walking tour of the village for the historical sites in our community. So we look forward to that. That's it for me for today, but hang on for my interview with the cast of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Take care and have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Welcome. I'm here today for my Friday update with 4 members of the cast of the Spring Musical. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank
you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
These 4 are also hoping to graduate in 2 weeks. I have not yet decided if they will make it out or not, but I'm hopeful for at least 3 of them. So are you guys excited for 2 weeks from today is graduation? Did you guys know that? 2 weeks from today?
Can't believe it. Craziness. Yeah.
So I'd love to hear each of you quickly introduce yourself, but also what are you doing next year? What are your plans? So Garrett.
Hi, my name is Garrett Robinson. Next year I will be attending Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida. I am planning to major in musical theater and a minor in education.
I'm Tim Eccleston. In the fall I'll be attending Emerson College in Boston, and right now my major is media arts production. So exciting stuff. Braden?
I'm Braden Folks. I'm going to be going to UNH in biochemistry, so that's going to be very fun.
Oh.
I'm Georgia Craven. I'm going to Hobart William Smith Colleges in Geneva, New York, and I'll be majoring in political science on a pre-law track.
It's incredible. So, by the way, all 5 of us are fully vaccinated individuals, and so we've agreed to not wear our masks for the purposes of this video. Although some people suggest I should wear a mask all the time. I don't know why, if it's my face or what it is, but,
Certainly not.
Nice Braden. So we have this musical going on, and for me, my last musical experience here was 2 years ago with an amazing performance. And last year the musical was outside, a little stripped down. I was in a COVID quarantine at the time, which no one really knew, but I was in an early quarantine from exposure, so I missed it. So I'm super excited about this musical. So tell me about it. What is this musical and what's it about?
So the musical is called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. It is, to quickly summarize,
It's a long title, but it's
it's a spelling bee, obviously. It has funny jokes, amazing dancing. Choreography was done by Abby Maroon. It was directed by Jennifer Stover.
yeah, and yeah, essentially the plot is it's 6 kids around middle school age-ish, sort of like 12, 13-year-olds. 6 of them all competing in this in the county sort of finals for this spelling bee that in their community is a big deal, and they're all kind of a little bit different and quirky in their own ways. And and there's the vice principal played by Nathaniel Shepard, who is brilliant, who is
He is basically an assistant principal today.
He fits the role very well.
Yeah, and has us spell and gives definitions for us of words that are just kind of crazy. I won't spoil anything for it, but and it kind of explores us as characters, kind of character studies for these 6 kids, and we have a great ensemble, and it's going to be pretty funny. It's a really clever writing.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's probably my favorite one so far, and it kind of just explores these kind of quirky, weird kind of kids. We're kind of weird cats, but it's very fun to learn about our backstories and the kind of inner conflicts and stuff like that. It's very fun.
Yeah, and it's tricky. It's a difficult show to sort of pull off. It took a lot of work in rehearsals and with the music especially. It's great music, but the harmonies and stuff it's complex. But
Our music director, Kim Whitehead, she really took the initiative for the show and really helped us sound amazing for the nights to come.
Couldn't have done it without her.
Yeah, and this is the first year our orchestra actually has students from the school. So it's just Kim and Carl, teachers here, and a few students, and they sound really great.
Yeah.
And in addition, we also have volunteers from the audience to spell in the spelling bee as well, and see how far they can make it. And also, this is our first year for all of us to have a pretty small cast and a small show. And it was a weird change. Like normally our musicals are really big, and like kind of popular musicals. This one's a little obscure, but it's actually one of my favorite shows I've ever done.
Yeah, 15 of us on stage, right? It's a pretty good number.
Yeah. This is like my 35th show, and it ranks like in the top 5 probably. So.
Now, we're having a crowd here, which we're excited about, and we've lifted the limitation for the number of people that can come, but there are still some tickets available, and we're really hoping that we can, as a community, support these students. And most of us, when we think about coming to a high school musical, we think, is this going to be fun or kind of a long night? I have to tell you, what I've heard from people that have seen the dress rehearsal on Wednesday, the first show last night, is that this is a funny, engaging, and even some emotional moments in the show. And so I really do encourage folks to come. Some notes about the venue. There will not be full capacity in this room. However, there will be a decent number of people, and we've increased the ventilation in this room so the air exchanges 7 times an hour, which is above what is recommended by the CDC for a safe room. So a mask will be required of attendees, but it should be very safe. So why drama? Why do we do musical? Why don't we just do sports? Anybody?
I feel like
Musical theater major.
theater major, baby. I really think musical theater, drama, all that is very crucial in the world, and we've seen that with the pandemic. Drama and theater has not been able to return in a safe way till right now. Broadway is set to open September, I think, 15th, and I think a lot of people without it were struggling during the beginning of quarantine, the beginning of the whole pandemic, and I feel like it's just an escape for people to be themselves and to thrive. Like, I know I can speak on all of us during quarantine, the pandemic. It was really sad to hear about Legally Blonde how much work we put into it. But it was so great to have the show. A lot of people weren't able to have a lot of shows. And I feel in the world right now, musical theater is so important. It's a way to just bring back normalcy. And I feel like with this show, we're seeing a little peak of normalcy back.
Yeah. Tim, how does theater help the audience relate to themselves better?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, it's really great for us, the performers on stage, to express ourselves. I mean, as Garrett was kind of saying, it's a great medium to do that, and it's super cathartic for people like us to emote and kind of let our emotionality sort of out, and also compartmentalize feelings and get stuff out there, for lack of better phrasing. But yeah, so it's fun for us, but from the audience standpoint, like you were asking, with this show in particular, like how, when I was explaining the plot, I was saying it's about these kids that are a little bit different, a little bit kind of quirky, like Breen also said. But I think what's great about this show is how, even though these kids are kind of different from the rest of society almost, or kids their age, there are so many different aspects in the show that audiences can see in themselves. The show includes themes that are conducive to anybody's lives, and anybody can see at least one part or theme that relates to them. For the show in particular, and theater in general, like you were alluding to, is a great medium to do that. And when you're watching it live, having that experience of being in the room with people emoting and sort of putting on shows that have themes within them that relate to your own lives is extra cathartic, because it's not like a video, there are no multiple takes, it's all a shared experience between audience and performers, which just makes it a really, really special thing. So.
Yeah, adding on to what Tim was saying, last year the fall play was it was called Filtered Life Through a Teen's Lens, and it was shedding light into a lot of pretty serious and present problems that teens face. And
it was hard for me to watch that. I mean, I really was seeing some of you acting through difficult situations was hard, because I couldn't help but imagine you as individuals going through that, and knowing some of you, it actually was a difficult thing to experience. But continue.
Yeah, well, it makes you think, and I don't think a lot of people. Well, that's not really fair. I think some of the people in the audience normally wouldn't really think of that stuff, and so it's kind of a diverse, kind of different way of having these discussions and talking about these issues.
So Georgia, you're weird and quirky already. So is this acting for you in this play, or how?
Actually, it is acting, because my role is so not me at all. I actually play a very shy girl.
If I can just jump in for a second, it's just surprising how good Georgia's performance is in this role, because it's so not Georgia. No, of course. She does a great job, even though it's not you.
I do. It's weirdly a pattern. I'm always cast as either the really peppy kind of boy lover in all the shows, or the child, and there's no in between. It's always either of those. And so this is the child, but it's not she's not peppy, she's not really funny. I have like the one kind of serious role. She's super shy. You get to know her story through the whole thing, so I won't spoil anything, but it's a weird character for me to play, and it's not necessarily typecasted, so.
I'm excited for that, Georgia. That'll be fun for me to watch.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot afterwards. You're like, wow, that was a different role for you. But. So
I have some anger towards Jen Stover that I need to work through. Hopefully you guys can help me with this. So Jen asked me to participate in this play as And at first, she described it as a very easy thing to do. And then as I pushed back and asked some more questions, I learned that there perhaps would be maybe some dance moves and other.
Don't talk to Betsy Wallish about it.
Okay. So I will not be participating because I would feel comfortable giving a speech to Congress tomorrow. But being on stage, I give you guys a lot of credit. I would have so much. I would lock up the brake. No, I would not. I would freeze and would not be able to move, and Tim would have to carry me off on his shoulders. So,
I would say the volunteer spellers from these past shows had the time of their life on stage.
Yeah.
I would say some of them were a little out of their comfort zone, but they definitely had a lot of fun.
So normally my season ticket for musicals is down in front, but I'm going to be sitting in the back, and I'll go behind glass if I have to, just to avoid being potentially called out. So,
Right.
Well, I thank you guys. I'm like so excited about this musical. As you graduate, I'm at the point that maybe some of your parents are at, or you guys are not at, which is you guys are ready to graduate. I know that. I am not ready for you guys to go, and I'm just curious, what has Souhegan done really well for you?
Wow. So Souhegan the last 4 years for me has not only, it's really shaped me as a person. Like it has made me such a better person, I think. I've learned so many things here. The teachers, the kids, everything here has shaped me into the person I am today.
Yeah.
It's such an experience to go to this school, and it's going to be very hard to let go and go somewhere almost across I'm going down under. Like I'm going far away. No more winter for me. But
Winter Park.
I think that this school is just amazing, especially with theater. This school has shaped me as an actor so much. When I came in, Jen really helped me shape the actor who I am today. She really taught me how to play different roles and how to experience, test a lot of things that I didn't even know I had. Let alone, I didn't know I could do a split, and here I am doing a split.
No spoilers, but
Yes.
Shh. You'll see that if you come. But I feel like everything in this school has just shaped the people you see here, has shaped them into what they are today.
Yeah, I mean, kind of building off of that, what I really like about Souhegan is that it's what you make of it. You know, nobody here, none of the faculty or administration makes you do anything or makes you into anything you don't want to be. What I mean by that is it's so student as individual driven, you know. It's really what you make of it. Like anything you want to do, whatever your interest is, there is opportunity to pursue and explore that interest as much as possible and really dig deep into it. And there's no separation between you know, there are sports people who just keep to themselves. There are artsy people who are their own group and cliquey, and no, it's I think it's unique in that it's just kind of one community of individuals that dip into different things and different passions that they have, and especially relationships with teachers. How Souhegan's philosophy is centered around teachers serving as like a coach almost, sort of like a trusted partnership between you is, you know, not so much like someone to stand over you and just constantly tell you to do your work and not let you explore anything that you want to as an individual, but rather just have people on your side supporting you, whatever you want to do. It's been a really cool thing, and having so much choice and free space to just play and explore what you like is what I really like about it.
Yeah, you kind of stole the words right out of my mouth, but I would say that Souhegan really prepares you for later in life.
Yeah, it's college-ish.
Yeah, in the sense that
I think.
I had to do a couple of interviews for some colleges, and the questions they would ask me about these different programs and all these different opportunities, and I was able to speak to how oh, well, we have at Souhegan, we have this, which is just perfect because it's prepared me to do this. And it's just, it prepares you for just anything you could possibly imagine. And like Tim said, it's a really wholesome, unified community that is just so diverse in the things that we do, and I couldn't imagine going anywhere else.
I think, like Tim was saying, like Souhegan definitely set me up to be able to achieve all the goals like I set for high school. So like, if I look back as a freshman, like I made it to the championship game in field hockey, was the moderator of community council, and got a lead in a musical, like everything I would have dreamt to have my senior year, freshman year, and I obviously wouldn't have been able to do that probably at any other school. I feel like a lot of places just like pick one and stick to it, you know, and never felt like I had to do that here. And I think that one thing that's super important about Souhegan is that as much as like we value education, a bunch of the teachers here understand that it's not always the #1 priority to focus on your classes or your grades, and that we will come out of this as a well-rounded, educated person, even if you don't get straight A's or do every homework assignment, which I think is super valuable, because I know a lot of kids at other schools who it's just they go to class and live the same day every day, and I feel like every day is never the same here, which is really nice and sets us up very well for our future.
Thank you guys for your time. This has really been special for me as well, because I'm already having those problems with saying goodbye to all of you, and I just welcome you all to come back even after you graduate and always be part of the Souhegan community. So thank you, folks. Have a great day.